Hello and welcome to a new vlog. Welcome to Saturday. Oh, I need this Saturday so bad. It's been a good week. It's been a really good week. And I vlogged on Wednesday. So it's only a few days later than the last day you saw in the last vlog. I don't know. Thursday was really busy at work. And then yesterday was busy as well. Mom and I went to Whole Foods. Then I had a lot of teaching work to do at home. Yeah, the day seemed to go by in a blur and I didn't get that much book work done. I wanted to do some editing and some outlining and neither of those two things happened. But I did go for a fantastic hike yesterday and spent the whole hike brainstorming for Independent Hearts 4 and made some good progress and had some great ideas. And yes, I'm probably going to do that again right now. So in case you can't tell, we're about to go hiking Saturday morning. I don't normally hike in the mornings for a few reasons. Big one being I don't usually feel very great in the morning. It usually takes me a while for my body to wake up. So that is reason number one why I don't normally hike in the mornings. Reason number two, especially for hiking in the mornings on a Saturday, is it's really busy here. I drove over to the main parking lot because I thought, Andrea, you've been parking over at this little one, this far side of the park a lot lately. The last hike you vlogged was from this side of the park. Let's change it up a little bit. Let's go to the main trailhead and hike over there. I pulled in. That is the busiest I have ever seen that parking lot. It's like half of Scottsdale woke up and decided to go hiking this morning. This parking lot is pretty busy, but I would say this is probably still normal for a Saturday. And there were still at least a couple spots. There's one person who's parked a bit like a jerk, so that there's not enough room on the one side of them. But there were at least a couple spots open. So I snagged one of those. So we're gonna hike over here. But yeah, I pulled into the main trailhead parking lot. And as soon as I came up and could see the far edge of the parking lot, I could see people were parking all the way down to that end. And even in the overflow area, there were people parked. So if this lot had been full, I could have gone back to the main trailhead and found a place to park. But when the parking lot is that busy, there's going to be so many people on the trails. Whereas, and I think I mentioned this in the last vlog, when I park over here, even when the main trail area is busy, and when this parking lot is full, you still don't notice it as much on the trail. And I can still hike for 10 minutes without seeing someone, or at least 5 minutes. I'm not being passed every freaking minute the way when I'm at the other one. So yeah, I pulled into the main parking lot and I'm oh, heck no. Heck to the end of the O. I'm noping my way out of this parking lot and going over to the smaller one and hoping there's a spot. And there was. The reason I'm hiking in the morning today, on a Saturday morning, is the weather is still decent. And so, I knew it was going to be cloudy today, so I thought I could get away with a morning hike and not roast. B, I have a hair appointment this afternoon, and I'm probably not going to be done with that. There would have been time, but I would have been coming home from the hair appointment, immediately changing and immediately going back out, which timing wise isn't great, but also I don't really want to go hiking right after I've had my hair done. It defeats part of the purpose of getting my hair done. Part of the purpose is we've got blonde and gray roots that need to be covered. So she could not style my hair and that purpose would still be achieved. But also, I don't know, I like feeling pretty when I come out of the hair salon. And so I like her to style it. and I don't want to immediately ruin that style. And I definitely wanted to go for a hike today because it is supposed to rain all day tomorrow. But yeah, it's supposed to rain tomorrow, and I was gonna go hiking with a friend. We've had to reschedule that because I've been tracking it, and it's just looking even more likely that it's going to rain, and probably rain even more than they originally predicted. So we're not gonna go hiking tomorrow. But it is beautiful out here. It is 57 degrees. Oh, no, it's just updated. It's 59. And a little bit cloudy, a little bit sunny. There's more clouds like everywhere other than directly over the park. So I'm hoping it'll keep it fairly cool. And yeah, I'm right now on the 10-day forecast. Next Monday, so 10 days from now, they're predicting 77. I think this might be our last week of winter. That's what I'm mentally preparing myself for. So I am trying to enjoy every minute of every day that it is below 70 degrees while I can. So yeah, I'm enjoying this weather as much as I possibly can and hiking as much as I possibly can. So yeah, without any further rambling, let's get out there and enjoy what will hopefully be a mostly cloudy hike, because we know that that is what I love the most. To wash my hair because it was a bit hotter out there on the trail than I had hoped it would be. So that was not ideal. It was still a beautiful hike. It was gorgeous. It really, really was. I now have about 30 minutes before I have to go to my hair appointment. So I need to do my skincare, probably do a quick version of it this morning, put on a tiny bit of makeup, rough dry my hair. I did text my stylist just to say, hey, I'm going to have to wash my hair. What is the preference? Does it need to be, can it be wet? Can it be damp? Does it need to be mostly dry, completely dry? What works with hair dye? And she's like, she texted me back and said, it doesn't need to be completely dry, but it definitely needs to be mostly dry. But yeah, the hike was, it was gorgeous. It was a little bit warm, like I said, but it was still absolutely beautiful. There was like a circle of blue sky at the beginning of the hike, right over where the mountains are, right over where I was hiking, basically. And so it was full sun. And so even though the temperature was cool, it was warm from the direct sunlight, which is another reason why I don't hike or don't prefer to hike in the mornings, because the sun tends to be stronger, and I don't handle direct sunlight very well. It just will make me overheat, and that's exactly what started happening. I could feel myself, like, despite the fact that it wasn't that hot outside, I was starting to overheat. But yeah, it was a beautiful hike. Halfway through the hike, the sun finally went behind the clouds, and it was a completely cloudy hike, and it definitely felt cooler for that portion of the hike, but by then I'd already overheated. And so, like, not badly, but enough that I was just a little bit warm for the rest of the hike. I didn't take my hoodie with me for the hike, so I was just wearing a long sleeve t-shirt, and even that, I probably would have been better in a short sleeve t-shirt. So yeah, but it was gorgeous, and it was relatively quiet. There weren't a ton of people out. So yeah, it was a beautiful hike. It was just what I needed. I knew that I really wanted to get a hike in today. I didn't want to skip today, especially if I'm not going to be able to hike tomorrow. And I do just want to clarify something I said earlier in the vlog. Winter may be over. Like I said at the start of this vlog, this might be our last week of winter. It's not our last week of hiking weather. Like 77, I can still hike in. Winter may be over. Spring will be next. I can still hike when it's in the 70s, even low 80s. There'll be certain trails I probably won't feel comfortable hiking if it warms up that much, just because the quieter trails are where there might be more critters that come back out. And it could be that it's just going to be like 3 days that it warms up into the 70s and then it cools back down, like who knows. But February is when it can be a mix of winter and spring. And last year we just got really lucky, so it could be that we're just back to a more normal sporadic February where we get winter and spring back and forth in the same month, or spring just arrives in early February. So I should still be able to hike throughout most, if not all, of February, even if it warms up. But things like the air conditioning might have to start coming on, or I might have to start hiking only the more populated trails, or stuff like that, where it's definitely not winter anymore, but it's not full summer yet. So yeah, I'm trying to remind myself of that so that the seasonal depression doesn't kick in super early. So yeah, just a little bit of clarification there. But I need to finish getting ready. It'll be easier if I'm not talking to you. So I'm going to put on a little bit of makeup and rough dry my hair. I need to get dressed somewhere in between those steps. Just get everything ready to head out to the salon. So I will take you all with me for that as well, because she's in a new salon. Chelsea has opened up her own salon space, and it's really cool. So I'm sure she'll be okay with me vlogging and showing you more about it. So yeah, I'm really excited. I've got a little gift for her. So yeah, so I don't want to be late. So yeah, I'm going to stop talking and finish getting ready. almost 3:30. I am ready to just relax. It's been a lovely afternoon. Got my hair done, as you saw. Chelsea's new salon looks fantastic. They're not finished yet, but it already looks amazing. So I think it's going to be really, really cool once they get all the back rooms finished up as well. I'm so proud of her. It's not every day you open your own salon, and it's a really cool concept because her brother-in-law is a tattoo artist. So it's a salon slash tattoo parlor. They've got it split kind of down the middle. So you walk in and the like front entryway is shared between the two, and then there's a wall that goes down the middle of the space. And so the salon with 3 chairs and 2 hair washing sinks is on one side, and then the other side has, I think, 2 or 3 stations for tattoo artists to work. So I just kept thinking of Tamsin the whole time. So Tamsin, if you're watching this, we could schedule in for like, you could get a tattoo and I could get my hair done, because I'm not getting tattoos. But yeah, it's such a cool concept and it's really coming together. It looks fantastic. So I'm super happy for her. So we had a great time catching up, and I did get a free hair product. So that's fantastic. She has a punch card system. So every 10 visits, get a free product. So I opted for the Amika, the Wizard Detangling Primer. I love this. I've had this before. I need to get my eyes checked. Prevent breakage with a priming spray that heat protects, softens, reduces blow dry time, and powerfully detangles any knot you get into. So it's a detangler, heat protector, all in one. So yeah, I've missed having this in rotation, so I'm very excited to have that. And then I had some mail when I got home. That's boring, I'm not going to show you, but my W-2 for work has arrived. So I've already noticing based on my YouTube ads, but yes, 'tis the season for preparing for taxes. Yay. If anyone watched last year, you remember I attempted to do my taxes myself for the first time, and yeah, tears were shed, panic attacks were had. I'm not entirely sure I want to do it myself again, but I also don't know where else I would go, so we'll see. I have 2 Amazon packages, but one of these I don't think I can show you. Yeah, can't show you the one thing because it's kind of private, but I did order a new cardigan. Try this on right now, and I really hope it works. I have this in a really nice tan brown color, so it's a long length cardigan. It's got pockets, every woman's dream. It's got pockets on the front of both sides, so it's got 2 front pockets, and it's just a nice long line medium weight cardigan. It's not, yeah, this is good. It's not super heavy. It's not a super heavyweight cardigan, but it's not really, really lightweight. It's not really, I mean, this could be a summer cardigan, like to bring in for if there's air conditioning. I can't get back far enough. Pockets. It's got pockets. But yeah, it comes down to about my knees. I love my tan one so much that I wanted to get some other colors, and I don't have a nice navy blue cardigan like this. I have black, and I have a gray cardigan, and I have the tan brown one, and they're not as long as this. They come more to like mid-thigh, but I have a blush pink and like a berry plum colored one, but I don't have a long navy, and it just feels like this is the kind of neutral that I should have in my wardrobe. So yeah, oh, that fresh hair feeling, I love it. We have banished all of the blonde and I am now back to being 100% brunette, which makes me very happy. But anyway, I want to go relax for the rest of the afternoon. I want to go get changed into some joggers and just really cozy clothes. I might do a little bit of editing and outlining while I sit in front of the TV. we'll see what I feel like once I actually sit down on the couch. I might just read and have that be it. But yeah, I've had a lovely afternoon. It was a lot of fun. It's always nice to go to the salon and just let someone else take care of my hair for a little bit. And it's feeling really, really good now. So that's fantastic. But yeah, I'm gonna get cozy and get settled on the couch, and we'll just see what I end up doing for the rest of the day. It's not gonna be much. I definitely need a snack. Of my options of reading, editing, and outlining, we'll see how much of each of those 3 things I actually end up doing. I have had a lovely afternoon. It's been a few hours, little less, I guess 2.5, and I've just been sitting here. I have managed to do some editing in 2 chapters of Across the Pond 4, so I'm still doing the Scrivener read through edit, but I got through 2 more chapters, which is great because I didn't do any yesterday, so I had wanted to get through at least a couple today. So that's going well. And then I switched over to outlining because, as I think I said earlier in this vlog, yesterday I did a lot of just thinking and idea generating while I was on my hike yesterday. And then I did a little bit more on my hike this morning and was just kind of thinking through things. I was mostly trying to figure out the climax, like what was going to be the big thing that happens near the end. I think I'm getting to a point where I'm happy with the outline so far. I'm now up to 1,832 words in my outline page in Scrivener, and I think I'm ready to start shifting this stuff, this content, into each of the chapters and start figuring out what happens in what chapter and what the general like flow of the story will be. I am getting so tired too. I'm getting so sleepy. It's been such a great day, and that hike, I'm still like not over that hike. That hike was just fantastic. And all the fresh air. And I didn't wake up that early. I woke up at about 9. I've been trying really hard, and I've managed now for like 2 weeks, pretty much since the start of the semester. I've been trying to go to bed by around 11, like lights out between 11 and 11:30, and waking up around 8:30 and letting myself sleep in until like 9 on the weekends. So I'm getting a little bit more sleep, but I'm not totally screwing up this sleep schedule that I'm trying to get adjusted to. Sleep schedules are hard when you have a chronic illness and just don't sleep well to begin with, but like I have been managing. And so this morning I woke up at like 8:30, 8:45. I started waking up and felt like, yeah, I'm ready to get out of bed. I didn't get out of bed until 9, but like I am doing better at sleeping. I didn't completely close my rings last night for sleeping. 2 minutes shy of the ring turning green. I got 7 hours and 58 minutes of sleep last night. So technically I got 8 hours. And that's what I've been aiming for, is about 8 hours of sleep at night. If I'm in bed for at least 9 hours, I usually end up getting at least 8 hours of sleep. Like, I can't just turn out my lights at midnight and wake up at 8 a.m. and have gotten 8 hours of sleep. I always need to be in bed for at least 9 hours if I'm going to have a chance of getting 8 hours of sleep. So like, I got a good amount of sleep last night and was feeling really good on my hike and have had a really lovely day. Not that hectic, just going to get my hair done. It's been a really nice, relaxing day, but it's now 6 o'clock and I'm starting to feel a bit sleepy. So having a couple hours of like pretty solid book work, it's not exhausting. Like, I'm not complaining, but my brain is tired because it's the weekend and I don't want to be doing too much brain work like this on the weekend. But I'm still, because I got a late start, I didn't do any book work on Monday. And I finally started everything on Wednesday, as you saw in the last vlog. And then I didn't really have any time to work on stuff yesterday. I'm still getting into my routine. I think in the future, like next week, hopefully, if I can do book work on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, then I won't have to do as much on the weekend. Because I'm also really trying to work, like set my goals and work on these projects in a way that if all I do is 3 days a week and I don't really do any work on the weekend, I'm still making progress. So while in an ideal world, I would have 5 days a week to work on my books, I also am just becoming increasingly more protective of my weekends and not as willing to do a ton of book work on the weekends. Like, if there's an occasional week where I need to, then that's different. Like, if there was a week where Monday through Friday I just could not get any book work done at all, then doing some book work on the weekend would be fine in that case. But I'm just, even though I have a lot to do and a lot that I'm balancing, this year I feel like I would rather go through things more slowly and have like publishing dates be more spread out and things like that than rush to like pack a lot of stuff into each week and make more progress faster, if any of this makes sense. I'm probably not talking very much sense at this point. If I really worked flat out on this book, on Across the Pond 4, I could probably have that book published before the end of the semester. Like, there's really not that much left. If I had started on January 1st, I probably could have had it published by April. If I was then also working like 5 days a week, every day I'm not teaching, doing something on it, especially if I'd managed to like get the cover done over winter break, I probably could publish it a month or two earlier than what I'm planning. But I'd rather publish it a month or two later than what I'm capable of, but have more time to like go through this process more slowly and enjoy it more throughout this semester. I don't want my books to be something that stresses me out. And that was something I was definitely struggling with and like battling against with the Candle Shop of Wicks and Whimsy in September, October, and November. It just felt like I want to enjoy this, but I also now have this deadline in my head of it has to be out before the end of the year, and it has to be out really then before December. And yeah, I don't regret it, because I'm glad I still could say I have published a book every year since 2019, at least one book every year since 2019. But it's making me realize that like maybe one book is all I manage in a year. And so even if Across the Pond takes a really long time and gets really delayed, the absolute latest book 4 would come out would be like the very end of the summer, because I think the majority of the editing will be done before the semester ends. So slowly and intentionally. And I've been replying to people's comments finally. I've gotten so behind on comments so far in January. So if I'm on January 20th and 21st finally responding to comments you left on like my first 2 videos of the year, I'm sorry. I don't mean to take that long, but I was replying to comments, and a lot of you were kind of agreeing with what I was saying in those first couple of vlogs of like, this year it's all about going slow and going with the flow and taking things as they come and letting go of expectations. And I feel like this year I really do want to like test out that theory that you can be more go with the flow, take things slowly, live in the moment, enjoy your life as it's happening, but still make plans and still have flexible expectations, things you hope to do, but if they're done in a slightly different timeline than you initially think, that's okay too. I think the perfectionist in me and the overachiever in me has always felt like you pick a date and you are committed to that. And if I've picked the date and like the date hasn't been chosen for me by someone else, if I've picked the date, then theoretically I could pick another date if I needed to. I can extend the deadline. So yeah, anyway, this is a long ramble. And I feel like I've already done that in this vlog. It is now 6 after 10, 10 after 6. I can't tell time anymore. It's after 6 o'clock, which means I'm done working for the day. I am ready to put something else on YouTube. I've had another Sean Study lo-fi London Study with me video playing. Still need to figure out like a music vibe and a video playlist for Independent Hearts for but yeah, I've just had some relaxing ambiance in the background, but I'm ready to put it on something to actually like really watch and pay attention to. Don't know what I want to watch tonight, but I will figure that out. Still enjoying the Christmas tree, because even though I'm trying to keep it out of frame for you all, it's still up and I'm still enjoying it. If I'm just thinking, if it does rain tomorrow, like it's looking like it will, and if I can't go for a hike tomorrow, tomorrow's workout might be finally taking down the tree. It has to happen. I just don't want it to happen. But yeah, I'm gonna find something to watch. I've got leftover mac and cheese from last night, so I'm gonna have that for dinner and just have a super cozy evening. It's just been such a lovely day. And that they've been like that. I'm trying something slightly new, and it has been making me feel like my days are just a little bit nicer and more special. So I'm going to keep working on that, and I will update you all later. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to stop rambling. I just need to go eat dinner and relax. But I will show you what I get up to this evening. But yeah, I feel like I'm now talking nonsense. I can barely think straight. I need to just turn off my laptop for a little while and get some dinner and put something on TV and just relax and have a super cozy night. It's been so cloudy. I think the rain might start a little bit earlier. It feels like it's getting cloudy and stormy out there. It's been so nice. It's just been so dark. I've had to turn all the lights on in the apartment. But yeah, the sun has gone down, so I can't see the clouds anymore, but it's all cozy inside, and I am ready for just a super relaxing, cozy night. It is just a bit after 9. I need to go get in bed in a little bit so that I can stick with going to sleep by around 11. I'm gonna do some more reading. I've not done as much reading today as I had wanted to do. I have less than 2 hours left in the book I'm currently reading, and I'd wanted to finish it today, and that's not gonna happen. So I should be able to finish it tomorrow. But I got a lot of book work done. I wasn't sure if I'd get much editing or outlining done, so I'm glad that I did that at least. I had a very yummy dinner, and then I just watched 2 episodes of The Traitors on Peacock. It's season 2. I'm not, like, I've not been watching a whole lot of reality TV shows lately. Like, I've just kind of gone off reality TV, but there's something about this show that I just love. I binged all of season 1 earlier last year, I think. I binged the whole season in like just a few days. Yeah, it's like a murder mystery game, and it's full of reality TV stars who are the contestants. But yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed season 1, so I'm enjoying season 2. Alan Cumming is the host, and he is just so dramatic and so perfect as a host of this particular kind of show. And his wardrobe, it's always the most outlandish outfit every episode, and I just love it. So I watched 2 episodes of that tonight. Now I'm gonna watch a little bit of YouTube, and then I'll get in bed and do some reading and go to sleep. And I think I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that I will sleep well tonight, because I do feel very sleepy. It's a good sleepy, but I feel very sleepy. I've had all the windows open. I'm trying to get some fresh air in here and cool the apartment down a little bit. It warmed up this past week on Thursday and Friday because it had warmed up to the low 70s, which is why I'm a little panicked. Just a little panicked about the idea of it warming up to like 76 or 77. I'm going to be anxiously watching the 10-day forecast over the next few days to see if it's just like a 1 or 2 day spike and then it goes back down, or if it's like actually going to stay in the 70s. I'm hoping it'll at least go back down to the upper 60s. I'm not ready. It feels like it just started cooling down, so I'm really not ready for it to warm up. Anyway, I'll stop complaining about the weather, but just FYI, get used to it, because we are now heading into that upswing where the weather is just going to get worse and worse. So if you really don't like it, then anytime you hear me start to complain about the weather, just fast forward a little bit. My rants usually only last a minute or 2. But yeah, it was a beautiful day today, and that's what I'm focusing on. And it looks like it's going to be lovely tomorrow. But yeah, anyway, I've been rambling for long enough. It's time for me to go finish winding down and slowly getting ready for bed. And it's time for you all to give this vlog a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. I would really appreciate both of those things. Say hi in the comments. Leave me some cloud emojis for the lovely cloudy day that we had today, or some haircut, hair flip emojis for getting my hair done. And in the comments, I don't really have a question for today, so just let me know how you're doing. How has your January been so far? Tell me about a good day you had lately, because this has been a good day. I've had a good day. So tell me about a good day that you've had lately. I'd love to hear about it. And I will see you all very soon in the next vlog. Thank you very much for watching this one. Bye!